Let me cross over on this side. Of course, you have the NYPD roll by as soon as I come out of the doctor's office. They'll have to show themselves right up there. If you guys can see, let me zoom in. Okay, NYPD rolling by across the street. They love to show themselves afterwards to let me know that yeah, it's them. That they are. They played a part in what's been done and what is still continue to be done to me and other TIs. So yeah, I recorded in the office because the neurologist told one of the assistants, you know, that about my MRI, and you know, I had to go get a test to test my my nerves, right? See if there's any degradation of my nerve, and yes, there is diminished. He said that my nerve system has been diminished, and you know, so as you see here, so what the assistant did, she just totally ignored me. You know, after he told her, she totally ignored me, and I followed her too. I followed her, so they try to say, "Oh, you don't remember this and whatever." As soon as she walked out of the room, I came out of the room and I went straight towards her to the front of the desk waiting, and she just stood there looking at me like I'm stupid, you know, until he had to get somebody else to come and help me. Like actually, he came out and he saw me and he was like, "Oh, you know, go have a seat," you know. So because I understand the way that they target me, how they try to test my memory, you know, and how they try to use that, the fact that what they've done has affected my memory, my short-term memory, specifically, you know, long-term memory too, but it more affected the short-term memory. And so, you know, they try to, again, use it to, you know, to their advantage. You know, like I said, as a TI, you're always going to be at a disadvantage because, you know, the agenda is that they're always going to be right. You know, no matter if they're wrong, they're going to make it seem that they're right, and people are going to believe them. Okay? Okay, I need to get some change for the bus. Right? And like I said, and this is why they try to also prevent us from going to the doctor. You know, using psychological threats, using people at the doctor's office to target me, you know, because again, they understand that it has a negative psychological effect on you because it's psychological trauma, right? And they know this. So this is why they do these things. Well, like I said, as a TI, you have to document everything, okay? You have to go to the doctor, document the damage that they've done, and they continue to do because they're going to, you know, use the technology to convince people, not to convince people, but to change their minds, you know, over time, okay? And I got to fix my shades. And over a period of years, you know, you'll see that people's mentality start to change without understanding why. But if you study this program that you're in, you'll understand why, just like how I understand why. Okay, and it changes you. You're not going to be the same. It's going to change you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Now, as I'm standing here, I turned around and there's an airplane flying. There's an airplane flying. Oh, shit! I took it past. Let me see if I can. So as I turned around again, look up, and there's an airplane flying, and there's a yellow airplane. Okay. It's going now. It went, you know, past behind the building. So you're not gonna see it, but this is the shit that they do, right? I talk about how they always try to use the deportation theme. Oh, there it is, all the way down now. I don't know if you guys can see it, all the way down there. Now, okay, but this is a friggin' yellow airplane, right? Well, look at this dude as I turn around. He's staring at the stop sign on the school bus. See, this is what I talk about. This is what I talk about when I tell you that, you know, the control aspect of this technology, the psyops that's being waged. So he's looking at the doctor's office. Look, what is he doing? Sticking his thing up his nose, right? So, you know, and he's looking at the doctor's office, the direction of the doctor's office that I just came from. Again, send me subliminal message, because again, they don't want me going to the doctor. Well, he's staring at his phone. He's not on his phone. Not on his phone. They don't want me going to the doctor to, you know, again, because it's a record. They don't want you to have any record of the damage that they do, so they can get away with it. You know, because they want to be able to manipulate people into believing that these technologies and these weapons don't harm people. Okay.